Back in September of 1995, I had an opportunity to go to a tournament. At that time it was called STP, Satellite Training Program, and there was a tournament in New Hope. Got invited down and was invited by a gentleman by the name of Teddy Olson. Went down there and knew that coming into this that if I did pretty well, he might consider me for other stuff and other involvement in Minnesota hockey. At the time, Teddy was president of Minnesota Hockey Officials Association. So I saw this as a great opportunity. Now, my question to you is, have you ever been invited to a tournament? Have you ever worked a district tournament? Have you ever worked a regional, state, something of those kinds? Okay, I'm going to tell you the difference between my tournament and yours right now to begin to illustrate why my USA Hockey was different from yours. So, I went to the tournament and worked 2 games that first day. One got to line, and the second game I got to referee. Now, I was supervised by Teddy Olson and by, at that time, District 3 Supervisor Officials Daryl Gedney. After the game, I was invited to sit with Teddy and watch the rest of the games. Okay, being a guy from out of town at the time, I was going to school, Bemidji State, and being a guy from out of town, he allowed me to stay there and watch the rest of the games and listen to him give feedback to other games. So that's where we're going to stop and point out the first difference between my experience with different tournaments and what yours may have been up to this point. Here's my opinion. Whose opinion is it? This is mine. Mine only right now. My opinion that USA Hockey's job at the national level and at your local level is to assign games. That's their number one job, is to provide referees to work games, fill games, schedule games, get the right guys and gals in the right games. And that is a time-consuming deal. So, a lot of what they do is do jobs of administrators. Okay? Their job is to administer these games, assign games, get people lined up for games, call in case people don't do the games, get the right ones in the right games, make sure you're at the right level, make sure we get the good things going so it runs smoothly. Okay? There's another term for that. It's called pencil pushers. Okay? They might not be pushing a pencil anymore, but they are pushing a laptop keyboard or something to get refs to fill games. That's a huge job. And in today's world where we've got metro area districts that are assigning almost 3,000 games, I think they're doing a great job at administering these hockey games. That leaves something to be desired in another regard. Development. The concentration is not on development. There is a development piece. However, these are usually people who are already working games, busy being administrators for games, and getting out and evaluating officials is not what it could be. Okay? I say could be with 2 asterisks. Asterisk number 1 is it is the best out there in the referee world. I say this because I was fortunate to be on an ad hoc committee that had representatives from all sports categories. If you want to be left alone, floating in the breeze and go on my trial and error, be a football referee or basketball referee or baseball umpire, you can get very little support. So USA Hockey is the best at developing. Okay, but the other asterisk is my USA Hockey was different from yours with development. If you allow me to digress a little bit, I was a full-time teacher. I got investments in real estate. Okay, I got mentored by a gentleman who had a father who was a mentor to him. And he tried to teach me things that he did not have to do. Okay? He had resources. He had unlimited Q&A with his father. He had somebody who could go along with him and overlook deals and so forth. All that I did not have because my father is not a second generation real estate investor and developer. So he gave me ideas to do that he never had to do. And guess what? That sucked. Okay, what's my point? My point is, I'm not going to tell you to go and do it like me. I don't expect you to, because as a ref, I was fortunate enough to have a father who provided resources, who provided mentorship, followed me along, who I could call up at any time for unlimited Q&A, who had insight into other people's thoughts. And if I told you to go do that, I'd be the same hypocrite of this real estate mentor that I dealt with. So, I'm telling you right now that my USA Hockey can be your USA Hockey. Give me a moment here to really get into this a little bit further by explaining that weekend of September.